still hanging at the Harvester. How about you?
We're just barely hanging on. I need some sleep.
Wheaties, vitamins, Geritol, something.
Some grape juice or something fun.
Go next door.
Yeah. Go see the new neighbors.
That's right.
We wore ourselves out in March. We had such a great time wrapping up the month with Blackberry Smoke. What a fun 3-night run that was. I'm always going to treasure the poster, the tour poster, that shows 3 dates for the Harvester and 2 dates for the City Winery in New York. So little old Rocky Mount had more dates than New York City. I think that's just awesome.
It was awesome.
They really loved the venue. They loved the audience. They had such a great time. They were so complimentary. They hung out after every show. It was just a great all-around event. Let's give some kudos to one of our newer volunteers, Johnny Smith, former school administrator here in Franklin County. Johnny Smith started with us fairly recently as a volunteer, and he worked every single show in March. He made more shows than I made, and that's not necessarily difficult, but it says a lot to the commitment that our volunteers have, that they want to come in, they want to spend their time making sure our guests have a great experience, that they get to be of service here and make sure that you have a great time when you come to the Harvester, and they do every single time. We're so proud of all of our volunteers and what they do.
They are the backbone of the Harvester. And Johnny would go out while people were in line and introduce himself and ask them where they were from. And so he got us a lot of cool information about people that were coming in.
Yep. And we know, of course, from ticket sales, we had ticket buyers from 13 states for those 3 shows. A lot of them, probably 20% of them bought tickets to all 3 nights. That shows the strength of the fan base for the Blackberry Smoke family, but it also shows that people, the word is getting out, that they know that this is going to be a great venue where the band really connects with the audience, and just what they did musically. I mean, they stripped down, this was an acoustic tour, and they stripped down their usual rock sound, and still didn't have any trouble rocking the place. No. But then they also did some Bob Marley and some Rod Stewart, some Tom Petty.
Beatles, Leonard Skinner.
On a couple of nights.
But it was great because they got to revisit their catalog. They always do a lot of deep catalog, but some songs just don't lend themselves to their more rock electric sound. So they got to feature a lot of songs that everybody doesn't necessarily hear. And according to what I gleaned from the set list, there was only 4 songs in common from all 3 nights.
That's pretty fantastic that they were able to play that many different songs.
A little over 2 hours long each night.
So those who were here all 3 nights got 6 hours plus of music, and really had they got 6 hours plus of Blackberry Smoke, plus they got nearly 3 hours of Item A, which was just fantastic.
It was, and Item A, I mean, this was a big tour for them. But guess what? They're fixing to open from Greta Van Fleet. So they're fixing to really be exposed to large crowds. What a run it was. It's hard for us to express. If you weren't here, you really missed out. And then to top that off, then we had Get the Let Out on Sunday night.
And what a loud show, but what a faithful recreation of Led Zeppelin's music.
I mean, much like the Petty Hearts, close your eyes.
And you're there.
You were there. I mean, it was great. But enough about the past.
We've finished March. We're into April. We've already done 3 shows in April by the time you see this. Aaron Lee Tasman with Rory Carroll, Abbey Road Live, and Pat Metheny. And so now we're on to some local music this week. We've got Kerosene Willie with Tin Can Locomotive opening for them.
Upstairs.
And Wound Tight downstairs on the 12th.
Downstairs.
Then we have the better part of a week off. Leading into Easter, we have Kim Ritchie on the landing pad stage, who's been here before, and sort of a 80s, 90s music icon. What a fantastic voice she has. And then upstairs we have the Secret Sisters, who have been here, are making their return. That they had a really good crowd the first time around. We want to make sure that we have a good crowd out for them. Tickets for that show are really reasonable, really affordable, so don't let price be a barrier to you. We've got ticket prices at all levels. So, find a show that you like, come out for music that maybe you haven't heard. There are a lot of folks that haven't heard of Blackberry Smoke that, they just don't get radio airplay. So if you don't listen to radio on, say, Sirius XM or maybe one of the subscription services like Pandora or Spotify, you may not have heard of Blackberry Smoke, but what a crowd they had. It's the same sort of thing, with all kinds of music. You might not have heard of some of these artists, but they make great music. They have a fantastic sound. They're professionals. They've been doing this for a while, or they're brand new, but they are, really good at what they do.
We always put up videos on our website, so you can get a little taste of what they sound like. Feel free to call if you have any questions. Call me at 540-GUITARS, and I'll try to steer you in the right direction. But, a lot of times you can find your new favorite band. They may be an opening band, or they may be, a reasonably priced show that, well, we don't have anything. We'd like something to do. Let's go listen to some live music. You meet a lot of great people. You're in a comfortable atmosphere. You're in a comfortable room.
We've had a lot of reviews lately that mentioned our comfortable chairs and how important that is for concert goers. They're a little wider than most seats. They're cushioned, and
you usually have a lot more leg room.
So you have a great environment here.
You're not squeezed into one of those little plastic seats.
I hate those. I've been to a couple of concerts lately where I had to be squeezed into one. I'm a wide body plane. I am not a narrow body plane. So,
but Gary Jackson keeps surprising us with stuff that we get. So
he does. And then here in our second segment, we're going to talk about some upcoming shows that will go on sale this week. We're going to wait to reveal that here in a few minutes after our first break. Coming up the night before Easter, we've got Anna Popovic bringing blues guitar back. This is her second time at the Harvester, and if you're a fan of Samantha Fish, you're a fan of Susan Tedeschi, you're a fan of Janis Joplin. Right. I mean, there's just all kinds of influences that you can hear in her music. So Anna Popovic on the 20th, and then we get into celebrating the conclusion of our fifth year. We opened April of 2014, and the week of the 25th through the 28th. Man, we are just slammed. We've got Ronnie Millsap, country pop legend, on the 25th. We got Rick Springfield on the 26th.
Rock pop legend,
and we can tell you that tickets are running low for that show. So don't wait. If you want to see Rick Springfield, I know I've had several people ask me lately, do you still have tickets? Don't wait till the last minute. We can't guarantee we're going to have tickets. And if you think you're going to wait till day of show and get them, I wouldn't try that.
I wouldn't bet on it. I would. By the time this airs, there's probably going to be very few tickets anyway. So.
We talk about routing stops. He's on just about the perfect route for us that night. The night before he plays in Wilmington, North Carolina. Right. The night after he plays in Charleston, West Virginia. So sort of right there in the middle. Nice easy drive for the band, and it is a full band show.
Yes.
So
this is a full band.
It's going to be a rocking night. You may remember Jesse's Girl, but there's a whole bunch of other songs in his catalog.
Look at some of the videos. And beyond what we've put up, look on YouTube. It's pretty impressive.
He has a really rich catalog of music.
He hasn't stopped. This is not like a comeback thing. He's pursued his music career alongside his acting.
So, a lot of our, 80s ladies will remember him from the soap operas, but, and of course he's acted in other things as well, been in some movies. But, music is obviously his passion. It's what he wants to do. And, here he is, 69 years old and still just out there rocking it. On the 27th, we're doing a Jimi Hendrix tribute, War Child. Yep. That's a Saturday night show. And then the next night, the 28th, we were having a stand-up show to beat all stand-up shows. Yeah. We've got Tyler Childers coming, and it's amazing how he has blown up. It's amazing how many places people are coming from to see him. 19 states, 2 Canadian provinces
I mean,
for
talking
that
about
show.
doing 3 nights with Blackberry Smoke, we could have easily done 3 nights with Tyler Childers
Easily.
and still had people begging for tickets.
And hopefully we have that opportunity to do so in the future.
This was in between 2 big festival dates, and so this was the only opportunity we had right now.
I'm going to swing up on my high horse for a minute and talk about ticket prices. We had a reasonable price on the Tyler Childers tickets. It is a stand-up show, and it's something that we can charge a little bit less because we can get more people in for a stand-up show. There are people who, and I'm not fans of them, who went out, bought their tickets, and have put them up on a third-party ticketing services. I'm not going to name names because I don't like the third-party ticketing services. But some of those tickets are listed for as much as $400. That's insane.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. First of all, you can't verify that the ticket is legit. So if you're going to spend that kind of money, don't risk it. He's going to be great to see. We will do our best to bring him back, so you will have an opportunity later on. But don't go out to one of these third-party sites and try to buy a ticket for a show like that.
Well, the artists themselves will tell you, don't do this, because not only are you risking that the ticket's not even legit, but you're putting an unfair expectation for your return of your money. And he'll tell you, I play everywhere all the time, so if you miss this one, just look for another one. Yeah,
there will be other opportunities. We will do our best to get him back here. We hope that he has a great time that night, and if he does, we're certain that he'll come back. So don't go out and
it frustrates us because we try to make these things very affordable within the limitations of the seating capacity that we have. But to hear somebody pay hundreds of dollars, multiples of hundreds of dollars for tickets for Dwight Yoakam or Blackberry Smoke or Aaron Lewis or Tyler Childers is a little frustrating on our part, because we don't want anybody to think that that's our call.
Right.
We don't have anything to do with that.
When you come in the door, you have your ticket in hand that you have printed out. We have a scanner that scans that and says whether that ticket has been used that night. So the first people that come in the door with that ticket, they get in. If it scans later on that someone else tried to use the same ticket, you won't be admitted because it's not a legitimate ticket. So we make every effort to make sure that you can only get in if you have bought the ticket from us.
Or from someone that you know personally that they bought the ticket from us.
Yes. So I'll get off my high horse now, but that just it burns me up when scalpers get involved and try to raise ticket prices for our fans. We do our level best. We base our ticket prices on what we have to pay the performers to get here. The impact for us, we're an economic development arm of the town of Rocky Mount, so the impact for us is when people come into our town, when they eat, when they shop, when they stay overnight. That's how we're going to make our impact, not on high ticket prices.
We're not making money off of these shows.
Our margin is usually very thin,
small.
and it's because we are underwritten by the town of Rocky Mount, and we can have an expectation that folks are going to come in, spend their money here in town, support our local economy, and that's where our impact is.
But I will do a little bit of a different spin on that take, though, is this is a recent phenomenon we've noticed as far as the scalpers, okay? So that means people are noticing that we're here.
Yes.
We're real. We bring quality entertainment, world-class artists to Rocky Mountain. And they find out that it's small, intimate, great sound, great sight lines. There's not a bad seat in the house. And so they think that they can take advantage of that.
And we're doing our level best to make sure that they can't. We have limits on the number of tickets that you can buy for a show. So we'll make sure that we continue to be vigilant and protect you as music consumers, because we want you to come and experience what we have here.
Our website is harvester-music.com. Our phone number is 540-GUITARS.
We're easy to get a hold of, so come on down, see us while the box office is open, or call us.
You can get those tickets over the phone. I'll be glad to take your order and email them to you, and you can print them out or show them on your phone,
Or you can
pick
buy
up
them
here at Will Call.
or you can buy them at 2 in the morning online. It happens all the time.
Yeah.
So we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back, look at some of our new shows and some of our additions to the schedule coming up, and we'll be right back with you here on Hangin' at the Harvester.
I'm Rex, he's Matt,
I'm the CEO of the Harvester Performance Center.
and I'm the box office manager here at the Harvester.
We're glad to have you hanging with us, and we've got some new shows to reveal to you. I hate to make you wait till halfway through, but we had some stuff to get through, and we've even added some shows for May. It seems like awfully close, but on May the 9th, we have a landing pad act, and you say that she reminds us of one of our favorite female singers.
Yeah, it reminded me the first time I heard her of Grace Potter.
Her name is Emily Wolf.
Yep.
I'm not sure if she's solo or if she's got a band with her.
She has a band.
Okay. I'm personally not familiar with her, but I will be looking her up.
It's
So
just a bluesy rock. I mean, you'll enjoy it. I mean, if you're fans of Grace Potter, if you're fans of Samantha Fish, or you're already coming to the Anapocalyptic show, this would be a great show to add. Mm-hmm. Be up close and personal downstairs.
Yep.
But that same night, we have Here Come the Mummies upstairs.
Yeah.
Funk
So
at its best. 5,000-year-old mummies doing funk.
we have really thick floors made out of concrete between the first and the second floors. So we don't get bleed over on sound. So we can do 2 shows a night in different
There's
spaces.
extra soundproofing. I mean, it's amazing. It
Yeah.
really is.
So we're looking forward to being introduced to Emily Wolf. The next night, again, we have two shows going on. We have Zach Wiley with John Pence downstairs on the landing pad, and we're pleased to announce that on again May 10th, upstairs we have country pop legend Michael Martin Murphy.
The original Cosmic Cowboy.
If
You remember things like Wildfire?
Wildfire is one of the most memorable, stick with you earworm sort of songs you'll ever hear. And he's
Years seem to be songs about horses and things.
there's a lot of
Their
that.
name and Wildfire in the same year.
We've got our guests from Friends returning on May the 26th. Our friends Cracker.
Yep.
My wife's one of her very favorite bands. Their song "Low" was a must repeat when we were, toward the end of our college careers. But they do all kinds of stuff. They've got really strong Virginia ties.
They do.
And we like what they do, standing up for the rights of artists. I mean, Dave Lowry is very much about protecting, the rights of artists to produce content and be paid appropriately for it.
Right.
So we're proud and pleased to support a band like that. And probably our biggest announcement of the day, officially going on sale this week. I think I let slip last week a little bit prematurely, and that's one reason why you should watch Hanging at the Harvester. Is occasionally I'll make a mistake that gives you a heads up that you should be paying attention to what goes on sale at the box office. But going on sale this Friday, it's a night with Leanne Rimes on June 28th.
It is. It'll be an acoustic evening with either a duo or trio. I'm not sure, but you'll get a lot of songs and stories that way.
And of course, her song "Blue," "How Do I Live,"
Right.
some of the really great classic country music. She's still producing new music and has just an amazing voice. She's got some of that Hollywood glitz and glamour going on. Has just been such an important part of the music scene now for, hard to believe, but the better part of 3 decades.
Right.
you know, she may hate her booking agent. I saw on her schedule that 2 nights before she plays here, she plays in Alberta, Canada.
Right.
So, yeah, that's a lot of flight time between here and Alberta. So, you know, she'll, you know, hopefully, you know, be you know, acclimated and rested and ready to put on a good show for us on the 28th of June.
Another one that's just gone on sale is Yonder Mountain String Band.
Forgot about them, yeah. Progressive, bluegrass, newgrass, you know, they have a really
We've had a
fun
couple
time.
members, but we've never had the whole band.
Jacob Jolliffe, I think, and then the former lead singer, I can't remember if he's rejoined the band or not. I don't believe so, but you know, several of the members have either been here or have played with other acts who have played here. Yonder Mountain String Band, one of the most influential. You know, if you're a fan of the infamous String Dusters, you're going to come to this show.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're very much in the same genre, and they've played together at festivals and tours over the years. So, you know, if you're a fan of our friends with the String Dusters, you know, make sure to come on back for Yonder Mountain String Band.
And on the 7th, we turn it up.
Yep, it's a country party. If you were here for Walker Hayes, you're going to be very much interested in coming to the show. It's a stand-up show. We'll have our seats taken out, so very limited seating options, but it's going to be a fun night.
The 9th, we'll turn it back down a little bit, but we'll have one of my favorite performers, Daryl Scott. Great songwriter, great musician. I mean, just all around great guy.
So influential. You know, he's got, you know, a lot of other artists that have recorded his music, and it's because he's such a good songwriter.
He could play "You'll Never Leave Harlan Alive" all night, and I'll be happy. But
yeah, and he could do it in enough different ways that you would be happy and wouldn't hear it the same way twice. So, you know, some really great options there.
On the 12th, we have a free show for all the people who complain about ticket prices. Can't complain about the price of this show.
Yeah, can't be free.
United States Air Force Heritage Brass Band.
It's, I believe, 9 or 10 pieces.
I think so.
And, you know, they'll be playing some very patriotic selections.
Probably some pop stuff too. I mean, they're very accomplished.
Probably a little bit of big band flavor in some of it. And just as a teaser, you'll want to come back and see us next week because we will be talking about a big band. We're not going to say who that is yet, but you know, you'll enjoy them this summer as well. So yeah, make sure to come on back with us next week and we'll give you some details. There's a cliffhanger for you.
Got Steve Earle and the Dukes coming back, promoting his new Guy Clark tribute album, Guy.
And he is in the Americana singles and album charts this week with his tribute to Guy Clark.
The Mastersons will open once again and be part of the Dukes.
What a fun night that was.
Yeah.
You know, and we'll look forward to repeating that. You know, his take on Dublin blues is a good one. It's always hard to beat the original, but he does a very good take of Dublin blues. Right. The album has only been out for a couple of weeks now, and
29th of March.
So he's paying tribute to one of his musical heroes in the best way he can, and you know, we're happy to be a part of that tour. I'm sure that he's going to probably treat this very much the same way he did the first time. It's sort of or the last time that he was here. Probably take on, you know, a lot of songs from that album.
I would think that album would probably be the first set, much like Copperhead Road was, and then the second set.
Whatever he wants to play.
That's just a guess at this point. But it was much like he did a tribute album to Townes Van Zandt called Townes, but Townes' songs aren't as well known as Guy Clark's. They haven't been covered by near as many people, with the exception of Poncho and Lefty, and maybe a couple others. But Guy Clark, If I Could Fly, something like that. But
L.A. Freeway is a good one.
For Guy Clark, I mean, Desperado's Waiting for a Train, which I believe Daryl Scott did the last time he was here. So, you know, you just, New Cut Road, which both Bobby Bear and Emmylou Harris covered. I mean, it goes on and on, but it'll be a great show. I mean, SeaWorld shows are always different. Each time he's been here, it's been a totally different show.
Well, you could tell after the last one how relaxed he was.
Even after blowing up an amp.
He was here, he blew up one of his amps. That was a surprise, but it was fun to watch how he reacted and fixed that. But he came out here in the room that we're in now, and everybody that wanted to wait in line for an autograph, for a picture, a selfie, he accommodated. Sure. And he's sort of got this gruff persona that comes across on his radio show, but he was really a friendly guy that night. I mean, he was in a good mood.
Questions. I mean,
talked about music and influences.
If somebody had, I remember a book of photographs. Someone asked him to sign his picture in, and he told the story about where it was and when it was and everything. I mean, very engaging.
Yeah. I've got a suggestion for him if he's going to keep doing Texas music legends. I think it's maybe time for a tribute to the Flatlanders. That would be fun to hear. And he's got a great enough band he could pull that off.
He could, definitely. Flatlanders, if you're listening, we'd love for you to come on down.
Yeah. We have shows that we're looking forward to all summer long. On the 26th of...
They're selling out everywhere, folks. I'm telling you, do not wait.
Yeah.
Just 2 days ago, they did 2 nights up in Baltimore and sold out both nights. Yeah.
They're going to be doing that all summer. Don't miss out on your chance to get tickets here. We got the Amy Hilm Band on the 3rd of July. We got Edwin McCain coming on the 11th. We've got the Drifters, Coasters, and Platters coming to do a beach music show on the 20th. We got
Dog Night are coming back.
Yeah.
July 6th. So if you got a long July 4th celebration, come on down on the 6th.
Yeah.
Band that had 21 consecutive number 1 hits.
Yeah. We've got all kinds of music for you. As always, go to harvester-music.com, see what kind of music you like, listen to the videos that are there. You pick out something that you like, or call Rex for referrals. Tell him what you like, and he'll tell you which band you might like. So it's easy enough to reach us. Go to harvester-music.com or call 5 Guitars. And we look forward to seeing you down here at the Harvester. Don't wait.